There's been a lot going on today, guys. Now it's breaking news. Two federal agents shot two people. That's what happened today. That's what we're going to react to tonight. It's not going to be a long live. I think it's going to be about an hour. And then I want to show how an Uber driver deals with ICE agents. And he's just sitting there parked at the airport, trying to do his job. And ICE agents, probably about 10 of them, surround him. And he handles them pretty decent, I think. He could have handled them a little bit, it could have been a little bit better. But I think he did an excellent job. And this what I'm going to show. I'm going to wait a while before I show that video. I'm going to wait till a lot of people get in here, and I'm going to show how the Uber driver dealt with the ICE agents, because, now I'm starting to think, they're just messing with people, like anybody that's parked, stereotyping, and they just messing with them, and this guy, he's parked at the airport, just trying to pick up him a ride at the airport, and the ICE agents just rush him. He handled them pretty decent. I got to give him a B. I give him a B because I would give him an A or 100 on the test score if he'd have just went on and gave them his ID. But I give him a B. How he handled the ICE agents. And that's what I think about that. So we're gonna go over here, and we're going to go to the press conference about in Portland. These federal agents shot two people. So I'm watching this in real time just as we catching it up. So I'm catching up as well. If you haven't seen it, we're going to show it right here. And plus, I think that I might show some protests. Maybe not, but let's go to see how this rock and roll. Appreciate y'all for joining me. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel as you coming in. And here we go.
Up over the past year, and we have certainly been tested. And this is no small circumstance. The uncertainty and the fear and the sadness within our community is real. And as the chief law enforcement of the city of Portland, I recognize that. Our members recognize that. And we are doing everything in our power to maintain that level of peace and calm and safety. And I want to thank Portlanders who have continued to show up in this space as well, and hopeful that they will do so over the next couple of days, as I'm expecting many to want to express their frustration and disappointment with events today. As I said, this is early on. We do not know the cause, but we are engaged, and hopefully we'll have more information as the evening unfolds. I'm going to turn it over now to Mayor Wilson.
Thank you, Chief. And I just want to also just reiterate what he had talked about the city standing tall and really standing together. And I've been before you already too many times under these circumstances, but I'm grateful that every time I do make the call within such a short period of time that the Madam Governor will answer the call, and all of the individuals standing behind me and all of our elected officials and community leaders are standing with us as well. And we've always stood together, and we will continue to stand together. Just one day after the horrific violence in Minnesota, our community here in Portland was witness to a moment of fear, confusion, and heartbreak. Earlier this afternoon, two people were shot and injured by federal agents in the Hazelwood neighborhood. Violence in our community is devastating. These are not statistics. These are human beings. Portland is not a training ground for militarized agents. When the administration talks about using full force, we are seeing what it means on our streets. The consequences are
what's
not
up, Napoleon? How you doing?
They are felt in hospital rooms and living rooms,
no see.
in the quiet moments when families try to make sense of what happened, what is happening. We know what the federal government says happened here. There was a time when we could take them at their word. That time is long past. That is why we are calling on ICE to halt all operations in Portland until a full and independent investigation can take place. Our community deserves answers. Our community deserves accountability. And most of all, our community deserves peace. Earlier today, I spoke with Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey. We shared not just our concerns, but our grief for the families who are suffering and grief for the recklessness of our federal government. The administration is trying to divide us, to pit communities against one another, to make us fear one another. Portland, this is a moment to hold each other close, to stand together, to remember that our strength has always come from community, compassion, and solidarity.
Okay,
Yesterday,
Napoleon.
Governor Walz
Salute to you too, bro. It's
made an
always
appeal
good
to
to take
all
a
of
break
us.
from
Today,
YouTube here
I
and
want to
now.
say clearly that we
Thank you
stand
for
with
joining me,
Minneapolis,
bro.
we stand with Minnesota, we stand with Chicago, we stand with LA. We stand with every community that is hurting in our nation, every family that is afraid, every person who feels unseen or unheard. ICE agents and their Homeland Security leadership must fully be investigated and held responsible for the violence inflicted on the American people in Minnesota, in Portland, and in all the communities across America. The Federal Protective Service claims values such as service, integrity, honor, and vigilance.
Hello, 7973.
This
How
is
you
the
doing?
moment to live those
Appreciate
values.
you for joining me.
Not behind masks, not through intimidation, but through transparency, accountability, and most of all, humanity. So thank you. I'd like to turn it over to the governor.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Chief Day. Good evening, Oregonians. We are standing here today united as a state, wanting peace and safety in our communities. We are all shaken and outraged by another terrible, unnecessary, violent event instigated by the reckless agenda of the Trump administration. This time in our own state, in our largest city, coming just one day after the tragedy in Minnesota. While the details of the incident remain limited, one thing is very clear. When a president endorses tearing families apart and attempts to govern through fear and hate rather than shared values, you foster an environment of lawlessness and recklessness. Trust is essential to maintaining community safety and the rule of law. Federal agents at the direction of the Department of Homeland Security are shattering
Thank you for joining.
trust. They are hurting people and they are destroying day by day what we hold dear. Our sense of safety and our literal safety are severely undermined by what happened this afternoon in Portland. I'm so thankful that no one died and more people weren't hurt. The Attorney General and other leaders have been clear about our concerns with the excessive use of force by federal agents in Portland. And today's incident only heightens the need for transparency and accountability.
Hello, 1431.
Oregonians deserve clear answers.
Appreciate you for joining.
And I am aligned with the mayor. The priority right now is a full, completed investigation, not more detentions. My message to the federal government is this: we demand transparency. We demand your cooperation with Portland Police and the Multnomah County DA, because we need to investigate this incident efficiently and effectively so we can rebuild trust with our nation's government. There are those who want to cause chaos, but Oregonians know how to stand up and speak out peacefully. We must remain united in peaceful opposition to efforts to tear our community apart. We must not turn against each other. We must stand neighbor to neighbor. We must not take the bait. And I want to end by saying I'm grateful to the first responders who have been managing this incident today here in Portland. And I stand and we stand united with Americans across our country and with Minneapolis and Minnesota in light of these very troubling events. Thank you. I'd now like to hand over the podium to Senator Casey Jama, Democratic leader in the Oregon Senate.
Well, good afternoon or good evening, everyone. My name is Senator Casey Chama. I also serve as the Senate Majority Leader. I live Hazelwood neighborhood. The incident took place not that far where I live in my home. I'm raising my 2 children and live with my wife. I have a few messages, but let me start to say this one first. My prayer is to the families and those who are hurt, and I hope they will recover speedily. As I said, I have been in this country about 28 years and a former refugee. I have never thought I will see this moment in the United States of America. This is a challenging time for us. My colleagues and I are working together to ensure that we address this issue at the state legislative level. We want to do as best as we can to protect the Oregonians who are fearful, who are scared, who are facing persecution under federal law. So we're going to introduce quite a number of bills that will be trying to minimize the impact of ICE in our community. I'm outraged and angry and frustrated, as many Oregonians are. Let me speak to Oregonians. I share your frustration. And immigrant refugee community, let me talk directly to them. I share your fear. I share your challenges that we're all facing. And I know that the struggle is real.
Yeah, Napoleon, he do look like Jim Brown.
Let me
Rest
say
in
this.
peace to the great Jim Brown.
To the Oregonians. Oregonians are welcoming. State of Oregon is welcoming state. We want to keep that way. We want to fight for that. We want to work hard for that. And we want to make sure that all Oregonians feel welcome. Let me say to this to the federal agencies and the ICE. This is Oregon. We do not need you. You're not welcome. And you need to get the hell out of our community. Now I want to turn to the podium to Multnomah County Chair Jessica Figabert Peterson.
Good evening, everyone. If we were living in anything close to normal times, we would not be here right now. We should not be here right now. We should not be here right now because federal agents should not be in Portland neighborhoods shooting people. We should not be here right now because Renee Nicole Good should be alive and with her family in Minnesota right now. I want everyone to know that Multnomah County stands united in support of our immigrant and refugee neighbors and everyone opposing this injustice. I am proud to be joined tonight by Commissioner Moyer, Commissioner Edwards, and Commissioner Jones-Dixon. Enough is enough. The terror and violence ICE is causing in our neighborhoods must end now. At this moment, we don't know what precipitated the incident, the circumstances that led to the shooting, or the identities of people involved. The FBI will be leading the investigation, and they need to allow local law enforcement to participate, and they need to be transparent and accountable to local governments. We know that this news is incredibly alarming and upsetting. We know what happens today speaks to a fear that we have had since last fall when federal law enforcement and immigration agents first increased their presence in our community. Multnomah County will not stand by as federal governments attack our neighbors. Just this morning, our board unanimously voted to extend an emergency declaration in response to the ongoing harm of ICE activity, and we will keep showing up in every way that we can. During our vote, I shared that over the holidays, my office received a string of emails and calls from neighbors in the Brentwood-Darlington neighborhood who are asking for help to find 2 neighbors who were kidnapped by federal agents the day after Christmas. Both of these people are the primary breadwinners for their families, and their children attend the local elementary school. As a parent, my heart breaks for their families and the whole community that has been impacted by these cruel actions. Add to this the horrific murder of Renee Nicole Good in Minnesota, the dozens of lives that have been lost in ICE detention this year, and now a shooting here in Portland. And we can only conclude that this federal activity is a threat to our entire community and is a threat that is growing every day. In light of this, our community is calling on us to act, to deploy resources to support the families impacted by federal activity, and to do all that's in our power to ensure the safety of neighbors going forward. That's what the state of Oregon, Portland, and Multnomah County leaders have done and will continue to do as we respond to this crisis. That's what the people of Portland have done, representing the best of Portland to the whole nation as we continue to stand up for injustice. Thank you to all of you who have come out to protest the cruel and authoritarian actions of this administration while representing Portland's values. Keep showing up the way you have been. Keep raising your voices. Keep showing everyone who we are. Our neighbors and the literal crosshairs of this administration need your support now more than ever. Our solidarity is our strength. These are dark times. There's no getting around that. But I know that together we will persevere. Thank you. And now I would like to turn it over to Portland City Councilor Loretta Smith.
Good evening. My name is Loretta Smith, and I'm a counselor from District 1. I stand here with my other counselors, Counselor Candace Avalos and Jamie Dunphy. This situation just got real. This is not a PlayStation moment where you can shoot folks and they come back alive again. I live in that district. The struggle is already real for immigrants and refugees who live in our community, in our neighborhoods. And now I have to go home.
Hey, what's up, chat? Appreciate y'all for joining. If you're just not tuning in and wondering what happened, two more people shot by federal agents. That's what happened in Portland, Oregon. 2 more people got shot today by those agents. So that's what we're watching right now and reacting to. We got 200-some people in the building, 300 people in the building. Appreciate y'all for coming and rocking with us. But that's what happened, guys. Right along with the woman that got deleted yesterday, well, today, 2 more people got shot by agents. This happened in Portland, Oregon.
And tell my son and my 3 grandkids that they cannot stop for law enforcement because they're going to be afraid by looking at law enforcement that they might have the same thing happen to them that happened today. That is so unconscionable that just a day later, what happened in Minneapolis happening right here in Portland. This is very personal for me. And people who look like me, they shouldn't be afraid to walk around in their neighborhoods, walking to school in the morning with their kids. They should feel comfortable in their neighborhoods. And now we're disarmed now. We don't know who to trust. But I want to say here, I support the mayor, I support the governor in their efforts to do the things that we need to do to get ICE out of our state, in our city, in our neighborhoods. The harassment, the violence, the unconscionable walking around and infiltrating our communities as if we're some sort of third world country. It's not cool. And it's not something that we should support. I feel good, I feel strong standing next to my elected leaders and my community leaders behind me. We have to do whatever we need to do to make sure that ICE is no more. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce Latino Network and Tony DeFalco.
Good evening. Tony DeFalco, Executive Director at Latino Network. We are hurting tonight in our community. We are tired of this violence in our community, and we're pissed off. Just last week, we buried one of our young people from gun violence not less than a mile from this site at 148th and Burnside. This kind of violence is nothing new to our neighborhoods here in Portland and Multnomah County, and we've been working hard for decades to reduce this trend of gun violence by private individuals, but worse, by state-sponsored violence in our neighborhoods. And for this to happen tonight, in many ways, is not a surprise to us. It has been perpetrated upon us for many, many decades as part of routine operations to balance power against our community. So tonight, we have a few calls to action. One, we call on our state leadership to continue its efforts to minimize the role of federal authorities in our communities and to enact legislation in the short session that allows for private right to action, to sue, to enable our Attorney General and others to bring charges against the perpetrators of these violent acts, and to go even further to protect immigrant communities from this ongoing violence and oppression. Two, we desperately need investment in our community. We are picking up the pieces. 2 weeks ago, 2 mothers were taken from their families. And in our community, the mothers are the glue that holds everything together. And by targeting mothers, they are trying to rip away the fabric of our very community. The ability to take care of our young people, to take care of entire families, and to match up breadwinners, resources that are coming in with the ability to get kids to school, get kids into preschool, is absolutely devastating to us. And we are desperately trying to fill the gaps by providing wraparound supports to our communities in the form of rent eviction prevention, food, other necessary things coming from these violent acts of detention and now physical violence. Those resources are not coming from our state yet. We need those resources to come from our state immediately. And last, we are gathering tonight to mourn this act of violence at Legacy Emmanuel Hospital, and we're asking all those that are watching or reading tonight to join us to honor all of those that have been impacted by these violent acts by our federal agencies over the last several months, and to know that we cannot be ripped apart. Despite these intentions of our federal government, we will continue to hold each other close and continue to be the strong fabric that our entire city, county, and state need from our Latina community. Thank you. Next up, Pastors Hennessy and Knutson.
Go ahead,
I'm not going to choose.
Go ahead, you lead. Come close. Come close.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Reverend Dr. J.W. Matt Hennessy, the pastor of the historic Vancouver Avenue First Baptist Church here in Portland, and also the leader of the Interfaith Peace and Action Collaborative. My friends, I echo the very comments that have already been made, and I want to be clear about that. The comments of recognizing that the reason why federal agents are here is because of a false narrative in the first place. When people were told that Portland was on fire, Portland was burning. Portland is a great city, and it's a city I've been a member of for the last 37 years, and I'm not going to let anybody try to make it any worse. One thing's for sure, we have our issues, just like every city does, but we are determined to work together to make sure that we resolve the problems or issues or challenges we have, and we do not need help from the federal agencies to do in more. If they want to do anything, they should go back and restore the grant money that was there that we used to build bridges with police and community. They ought to be thinking about how we restore money to bridges like the Burnside Bridge and things of that nature. That's what we need. But until then, we're not going to let anybody take our joy. We're not going to let anybody cause us to be afraid. And I want the immigrant community, and specifically, as Tony just spoke about the Latinx community, we are with you. as faith leaders, as members of the Black community. I want you to know you are our brothers and sisters, and nobody is going to stop us, and nobody is going to break the chain of our belief in working together. So we will work together. Those who came before us and the allies who worked with them, they had worse situations going on, but nothing stopped them. And I end on the fact that I still recall that one of my favorite verses of We Shall Overcome is the verse that says, we are not afraid. We are not afraid, and we will not be made to fear. We are going to rise above it, reach out to one another, and do everything that we can to work together, pray together, protest together, peacefully together, and remember, let's not take the bait. We can do this peacefully, and peace and love always win.
Thank you, Dr. Hennessy, and to the mayor and the governor, thanks for your leadership and all the elected leaders, Chief Day, and all our friends, Tony and the rest. My name is Reverend Dr. W.J. Mark Knutson, Senior Pastor.
Hey, what's up, chat? How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing tonight? Appreciate y'all for joining. Tonight is 9 o'clock where I'm at. Y'all could be anywhere else, but y'all here rocking it with me. And we really, really, really appreciate it. All I need you to do is double tap the screen to activate the like button. Double tap the screen, guys. We would really appreciate it. We would really appreciate it. We are reacting to 2 more shootings by the ICE agents that happened in Portland. And then after this, we're going to react to the Uber driver. You know, it's an Uber driver that was at the airport, and he had an encounter with the ICE agents. And in my opinion, the Uber driver, he could have did a little bit better on how he handled the situation, but I give him a route of B. So after this, I'm going to play that other video with the Uber driver dealing with the ICE agent. And I think y'all are going to like that particular video because it gives you a good idea on how to really handle these people when they handle these agents, when you come across them, or, you know, if they come just messing with you out of nowhere. So I appreciate y'all for joining. Double tap the screen for me so we can continue with the content. Double tap the screen. Take the time out right now to do us a favor and double tap the screen. All you got to do is double tap the screen and it'll activate the like button.
Augustana Lutheran Church, a church that declared sanctuary my first year there 30 years ago because people were facing deportation. We're in a lawsuit right now with the federal government, with Pacun, our church, a church in Florida, a large Catholic church in San Diego, and the Interfaith Council of San Francisco. It's moving now quickly in the courts. And the National Education Association has joined that as well. So around this country and this city and state, people are weaving together a movement built on nonviolent direct action to challenge what is into something that can be new. I do want to say to the press today, we celebrate your work. You're not fake, you do real news, and you are storytellers. There wouldn't have been a civil rights movement or a farm workers movement in the same manner without the press being there to cover it. So thank you, and know you're valued. Let me say this, my 1 minute's almost up. I followed a Baptist pastor, so I can take a little bit more time. But I want to say this. We're coming up on the King weekend. And a year ago, we backed our 30th King service back a week until this new administration came into office. Mayor, you came and spoke at that. And we packed the church. People were ready a year ago, January, to stand up and stand in solidarity. Our prayers are number one with our immigrant siblings, the couple that's in trouble today. We have members from 23 countries. I don't know if that's not one of our members from Venezuela and his wife. It's going through all of our minds. Some of my colleagues say, you were crying. I was crying. We are all crying. We are so torn in this moment, and with a very diverse family myself, as a white male, I can drive around. But my son, my wife, my grandson, daughter, others, our biggest extended family, it's dangerous out there. And so to know this, the faith community, interfaith, we work closely together in Oregon. Our Native American spiritual leaders on whose land we stand. Jewish leaders, Muslim leaders, Hindu leaders, Sikh leaders, Christian leaders, other people of faith and people of just goodwill to say enough is enough. This cannot continue. It is inhuman. With King's celebration coming up in just a week, his last couple sermons at Ebenezer and then at the National Cathedral and then at Riverside Church in New York, he said the biggest purveyor of violence in the world in 1968, the week before he was murdered, is our own government. Those words 60 years later train truly, because we have sisters and brothers who are us, our brown and black siblings, our LGBTQ members are afraid tonight, and we should all be standing in fear and holding together one another and saying to this man in the White House, and I know you're watching, I'll call you out, study your scripture. Don't be doing theological malpractice. Study your scriptures. What does the Lord require of you but to do justice, love kindness, walk humbly with the Creator and with one another. And in that spirit, Oregon, you've shown we can do this nonviolently. Read the 6 principles of nonviolent direct action. Keep doing what you are doing in a peaceful way. We shall overcome. God bless all of you. God bless our elected leaders, our civic leaders. All of us together, we can do this. Thank you.
I'd like to call up Jessica Maravilla with the ACLU.
This is Tom. Okay. Good evening. My name is Jessica Maravilla, and I'm the Policy Director for the ACLU of Oregon. We're an organization dedicated to protecting civil liberties and civil rights, and a core part of our work is defending immigrant and refugee rights. As you heard today, less than 24 hours after Renee Nicole Good was shot and killed by ICE in Minneapolis, 2 people in our communities were shot by ICE here in Portland. Our hearts are with those who were injured, their families, and with everyone carrying fear tonight, because this is not an isolated incident. This is a continuation of ICE harming our communities. While there is still much we don't know, we do know this. People are in the hospital tonight because of the actions taken by our federal government, funded by our tax dollars. And this did not happen in isolation. For months, federal immigration agencies have operated with impunity, deploying heavily armed agents into American communities, smashing car windows, dragging people from their vehicles, tear gassing peaceful protesters, and terrorizing neighborhoods. This is what it looks like.
Hey, what's up, Rocky? How you doing?
War posture into
Thank you for joining, Rocky.
Into everyday life, into streets, into sidewalks, in communities where people are supposed to be safe. Si sienten rabia, no están exagerando. Esta no es seguridad. No es seguridad pública. Es intimidación como política. Everyone deserves dignity. People deserve to go to work, to take their kids to school, to go to medical appointments, to live their everyday lives and stand in solidarity with neighbors being harmed, without fear of being detained, harmed, or killed by the federal government. Nadie debería vivir con miedo simplemente por existir. No human being is collateral damage. Renee Good and the 2 community members shot today are human beings. They are our neighbors. Her death, alongside the violence we witness here today, is a warning about what happens when cruelty is normalized and accountability disappears. This is about law versus lawlessness, dignity versus fear, and whether we will tolerate violence carried out in our name. We cannot undo what has already happened, but we can refuse what comes next. We can demand accountability, insist on transparency, and stand together calmly, firmly, and peacefully to protect one another. La verdadera seguridad nace de la comunidad, del respeto y de los derechos humanos. Y eso es lo que seguiremos defendiendo juntos. We are working with our state elected leaders to advance legislation next month, and we want to demand more transparency, meaningful accountability, because public safety must never come at the expense of human rights. As our community is now saying, enough is enough. Not a slogan, as a practice. Thank you.
Buenas tardes, everyone. Mi nombre es Andrea Valderrama, el representante estatal del Distrito 47, Outer East Portland. Good evening, everyone. My name is Andrea Valderrama. I'm the state representative of House District 47, and I live in the Hazelwood neighborhood. I am horrified by the violence that we've heard about just down the street from my house where I was today. My heart goes out to those hurt today. I've been proud to be the first proven American to serve in the Oregon legislature. My family came to this country fleeing really the same type of violent tactics that we're seeing in my neighborhood and in this city and across this country today. And so it was so difficult to have yet another conversation with my daughter today about the violence that we're seeing in our neighborhood, and to hear from her the support that her school is providing for children who are terrified of walking home, who are terrified of participating in their extracurricular activities, who are unable to just pay attention in their classrooms. I absolutely stand against separating families, against destabilizing our kiddos and our families in this moment. Our communities deserve to stay together. Everyone's families and mothers and children deserve to stay together. This legislative session, I'll be bringing forward legislation to continue to strengthen and protect child stabilization, post-detention, and deportation. And I'll share updates as soon as possible on the situation in my neighborhood. I think the last thing that I just wanted to share is, as we are horrified and as I continue to mourn and do what I can as a mother to remain calm and provide peaceful support to her, I continue to feel hope with all of the incredible leaders that we have in this state, from our governor all the way down to our school district, to our neighborhood. I know that in Oregon, we are resisting peacefully. We are resisting in the way that we can. And I want to thank everyone here today and the leaders, whether you are a fellow mom in the neighborhood or our state governor. I'm so appreciative of all of the support, and know that we continue to resist always and stand with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Valderrama, and to all of our speakers. We have some time for some Q&A right now. I just want to remind everyone, this event happened just a few hours ago. The investigation is just getting off the ground, and nobody in this room is directly involved with that investigation. So please keep that in mind. It would be irresponsible for anyone up here to speculate on what exactly happened. All that said, we thought it was important to address this incident. With that, we'll take Q&A. Please state your name and who you're with and who the question's for. We'll start with Anna Griffin.
Anna Griffin from the New York Times. Governor, Mayor, and Tutte, what are you actually hearing from the feds right now? Are they communicating with you? Because it seems like we have very little detail locally.
Yeah, shortly after this event occurred, I did have a phone call with the Assistant Special Agent in charge here in Portland of the FBI, and we've been in regular communication with them. We, of course, were on scene, as I mentioned, out on 148th and Burnside, and as well as Portland Adventist, where federal officers were. So we quickly had, sergeants on scene to collaborate with their supervisors. So we are in communication as of just before this briefing, knowing that, we're in communication with one another. But it is their primary responsibility, primarily the lead. And so, as Mike already commented, it's, really would be speculation much beyond the fact that we are talking to one another in terms of, responsibilities, who's doing what, et cetera.
No, I've not spoken with the federal government at all.
I'm Chief Day Adrian Thomas with KPTV. DHS put out a statement this afternoon on this incident saying that one of the individuals was connected to a previous shooting in Portland. Is that true? And do you have any information on that? And what are the conditions of these two individuals right now?
Yeah, I'm familiar with the statement that was put out. I can't comment on whether or not that's the case. We don't know who these individuals are. We have not, they haven't been identified or shared their identification with us. And I don't know this. I don't know the condition of them at this time, just knowing that they were taken to local hospitals.
John Adams from KGW. We saw in the incident in Minnesota that there was surveillance video readily available after the incident. Are you aware of any surveillance video that may have captured this incident?
I'm not aware of any at this time. No, have not seen any.
Hi there, Chief. Shane Dixon Cavanaugh, reporter with the Oregonian. Do you know whether or not Train Day or Arabla is active in Portland?
I don't have any information that would link that at this time. No. No, I've heard a lot of different comments. I don't want to comment on that. I can't be specific. I've heard different references, and it might be confusing some of that information. So, no, I don't have that specifically.
Is this a normal course of action? Is this standard procedure to have the FBI lead a shooting investigation and law enforcement involved shooting investigation inside the city limits?
Yeah, on the federal side, it is, yes. And I've been clear since we started down this road, in January of last year, that we've continued to keep open lines of communication with our federal partners, for, unfortunately, even moments like this. But on a local level, we value the ability to be able to pick up the phone, to call one another, to try and figure it out, understanding there's limitations as we have tried to work through over the last year. And so we are present in a role that's supportive of trying to make sure that this is done equitably and accurately, safely, but they are the primary lead on it. Okay, the question was whether or not there's been any evidence to support a statement that was made that the vehicle was weaponized in this event, correct? Is that the question? And we don't have any information on that. As I mentioned, we responded after the fact to both the shooting scene. Once we were at the shooting scene, the vehicle was already gone, because then 6 or 7 minutes later, we responded to where the victims had called 911. So we don't have any firsthand information. Excuse me? Yes, there were federal officers both at the original scene, and then federal officers met us out at the scene farther away. But we don't have any information to confirm or deny, the behavior of the vehicle, the use of the vehicle.
Yes. I know recently federal agencies, DHS, has asked you for investigative files related to arrests. Are you in a position to be able to ask for the same thing of these federal officers? Is the FBI going to keep you apprised? Are you in a position to be able to ask for records related to the investigation the same way they've asked the police bureau?
Well, the question is whether or not we are in a position to ask for records, documentation in a manner similar to how the Department of Justice is asking them of the Portland Police Bureau right now. I think you're referencing our settlement agreement. So it's not quite.
Hello, Rudolph. How you doing?
There's, a couple
Thank you
of
for joining.
different things there that are nuanced. Certainly there is an opportunity for whether it be the city of Portland or the state of Oregon to make a request for that information. I mean, from a public record standpoint, whether or not, that process will bear any fruit, I don't know. But it's different than the conversation we're having around the Department of Justice utilizing or attempting to utilize settlement agreement to retrieve information that we believe they don't need to have access to. Well, this is uncharted territory for us. I'm not exactly sure. Frankly, there's a lot of competing interest, as we know, in this area. I value, like I said, our local partnerships and the communication and transparency that we have shared. But there's also a lot of cooks in the kitchen here with a lot of strong opinions. And all I can say is, in the moment, we have had lines of communication. Whether that will change or not over the course of time, I don't know.
What's up, 8887? How you doing? Thank you for joining.
No, I don't have the details of that right now.
Anything else? Question. My name is Ernesto, Chief Executive with Hacienda CDC. Chief Day, what is your assessment regarding the national trend in terms of involving ICE, Border Patrol agents, and so on and so forth? They're always right. So what makes us believe that...
What's up, Chitrell? I guess that's how you say it. What's up, Chitrell? How you doing? Thank you for joining. What's up, April? Shout out to the chat. How y'all doing out there? Thank y'all for joining.
If you're not involved at all, what makes us believe that they are already sacrificing and saying things online and in public outlets that these people were from Tren-Daragua, that they were from a prostitution ring and so on and so forth. I mean,
we got 112 likes. Thank y'all for hitting the like button.
They
double tap the screen to activate the like button if you haven't hit the like button yet. Appreciate y'all for chat for coming to rock with us.
Going to lean towards benefiting the federal government entirely. I mean, I don't trust the federal government whatsoever. So
What's up, 1847? Thank you for joining. I think that's Daniel.
Yeah, and just
joining.
to summarize, I want to make sure I'm hearing the question correctly, is, what are we doing specifically to challenge or potentially counter the narrative or the description of events or the results of the investigations,
What's
et cetera.
up, April?
And this
Thank
has
you for
really
joining
been
the stream.
sort of the crux of the conversation over the last year, and it's something that weighs heavily on me as a local law enforcement leader. What is the position not only of myself, but also the Portland Police Bureau in general? We are actively working with as many folks as we can, whether it be our city attorney, the attorney general's office, the governor's office, et cetera, the mayor. We are constantly evaluating what is our role. The challenge I think that many of us are facing, understandably so, is the want for certainty, the want for clarity, and what saddens me in this process is the tearing down of legitimacy around law enforcement, and something that we have worked so hard for in this community. I stood here just a moment ago thinking that this is really an example about how joy and sorrow can coexist at the same time, because this room represents something that's unique in terms of, as a police chief, in terms of the relationship for community. So I hear what you're saying, and to answer your question specifically, at any opportunity that we have that we're able to step in, much like we are doing tonight, we try to take advantage of that, and not take advantage of that in a bad way, take advantage of that in a sense that we want to be available to determine as much information as we can.
Well, at this time, chat, what we're going to do is we're going to switch to this other video. This other video is an Uber driver handling the ICE agents the best way he can. On this next video, it's about 5 or 6 ICE agents that come and bum rush an Uber driver. And in this video, the Uber driver handles ICE agents just as good as you can handle those agents. So here we go, chat. We're going to move over here to, let's see, let me go over here. As I do this, chat, I need y'all to double tap the screen as we go to the next video. Here we go.
Can I see your ID? Why the hell would I show random people my ID? You want to steal my identity? Where's your ID? Let me check if you're a U.S. citizen. How about that? Man, you guys better move on, man. Look at this motherfucker. A4. What kind of name is that? Alcohol 4? What's your initial? Right here. It ain't over there. Why would I answer you? Why would I not be a citizen of this country, man? Are you a citizen? Why are you getting close? I can hear you. You can stand there. I'm not close. How come she got a GoPro and you got your a police issued body cam? What's going on with you guys? Why do I have it? What kind of shit is this? Dude, listen. I'm here working. You're working too, right? So go. It says U.S. Border Patrol. This is not the border. Go to the Canada border or the Mexico border.
Yeah, but if you were from this country, dude. If you were from this country, you know I'm an immigration officer.
What do you mean if I'm from this country?
I can hear you don't have the same accent as me. That's why I'm.
Oh, so you're going by accents now?
I want to know where you were born.
It is?
Where were you born?
Is that accents? Have you heard the Israeli accent? Have you heard the European accent?
You just
it's
proved
garbage.
my point. You're a brilliant man.
It's retarded,
dude. You just proved my point.
You going by accents?
Man. You just proved other countries.
You guys want to argue? I got time. I got time today.
You're not arguing. You're proving my point.
Today, man.
Thank you, sir.
You guys do whatever you want to do.
Where's your ID, sir?
I'm not going to show you. I don't have to show you anything. If a police officer comes here, I'll comply with it. But U.S. Border Patrol, I don't even know if you're a real police officer. Where's your ID?
But you just said it.
Where's your ID?
You just said it.
I'm not going to go by C20. That's a periodic chemical. That's a periodic element. C20? What are you, carbon 20?
I'm wearing my ID.
Mills C20. I said, are you walking away, Mills? Come back. Hey, Mills, come back. Mills, come back. Come back. No, hell no. Why would I come there? You come here.
Then shut up.
You came to my car. I'm chilling on my social media. This lady comes knocking. Sir, you're no Mexican. And it's a shame. You ain't even got a camera on. You got the police camera. Yeah. Yeah, you got a nice guy. Yeah. You guys just shot somebody now. Who else you guys want to do? That ain't us. That ain't you guys? It wasn't ice? That wasn't ice? Come on now. Can't read? My nigga. Whoa. Come on now. Harassing Africans. You guys got the right guy, man. I got the time today.
So you're from
Mills,
Africa?
Mr. Mills.
So you're from Africa?
Where are you from, Mr. Mills, with your big ass body? Where you from?
Big ass body?
Yeah.
That's a strange
All
compliment.
of these other motherfuckers small, man. Look at your offices. Hey, the famous guy.
What's going on,
I've seen this guy on TikTok. Look at it. He got gas canisters and shit. What's up, officer? How you doing? And let me talk to you guys.
You doing all right today?
What's up, man?
You doing all right? I
seen you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with the soundtrack and everything. These guys, your office is coming over here harassing the hell out of me.
Are they
this
arrested?
guy's saying because, no, he said because I got an accent.
Yeah, and you said,
you
said everyone from other countries.
Yeah, have you seen the European accent, brother? It's worse than mine.
Thank you so much.
I know you guys can understand my English. I got an accent. I know that. I'm black too.
Hey, I've got an accent.
Yeah, you got a Boston accent.
Oh,
which is crazy.
I do.
What's going on, guys?
You said I have an
here.
accent.
Homeland Security in person. The big boss over here.
What's going on?
Niggas harassing people. Are we in Germany?
No, come on.
What do you guys want to do today? You guys want to take me in or something?
They're running it right now. Well, it depends. Are you an illegal alien?
Illegal alien, man. I feel like I'm from another planet. Yes. I might be from another planet.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
if that's the case, if you're from another planet, that counts too.
Well, if that counts, well, I'm an alien, guys. Let's do DNA tests and shit. You got a lab? We can run some blood tests to see what the hell shit is. Yeah.
Hey, I shaved too.
I mean, yours,
yours is prettier than mine.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Mr. Mills. Mr. C20, cup on 20. And alcohol 5 over here. I go by A3. Nice to meet you guys. Man, isn't this crazy though? You guys are doing a crazy job going everywhere. You literally
appreciate that.
That's crazy.
Yes.
But the thing is, you just going off the wrong shit. You gotta find the criminals, man, not the people working. This is an Uber waiting lot. We're literally working. You know, I've been here since. Look, criminals doing Uber?
Oh yeah.
That's not how it works, brother. Maybe criminals are doing ICE. How about that? You know what I'm saying? You guys shooting at people, man. Somebody just got shot for what? Why did you guys shoot that lady? Answer me that. There's an officer today that shot a lady in the head, dude.
Really?
For what?
I don't know what they do to the head, man.
You got all these stuff. You could have just got her, man. She's not gonna like fly out of the country.
Like an alien.
Like an alien.
Yeah.
With a spaceship.
With a spaceship.
Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is, guys. What you guys want to do? I'm literally the biggest, the head of all of these guys is literally here, man.
What do we got to do with Uber rides?
And because you know there's a bunch of hardworking Somalians here. You guys just coming to terrorize them, man. Why are you guys acting like terrorists?
Terrorists?
What the fuck, dude?
I think your idea of terrorism.
Every person here is working. Uber, if you don't have an app, if Uber didn't verify you, if your app is not active, you cannot be here working. Do you know that?
Does Uber verify citizenship or
dude, I don't work for
status?
Uber in that capacity. They're literally pimping me out too.
You see what I'm saying? Like Uber doesn't verify your legal status to be in.
Dude, they make sure that you're safe. They do a background check. They just don't. They just don't give you the app access immediately. They run the background check.
I think that's great.
Yeah, it is what it is. You guys coming here pissing in our little porta potties, man, taking over everything.
But you
said you motherfucker about this shit. Why would I answer you? Why would I not be a citizen of this country, man? Are you a citizen? Why are you getting close? I can hear you. You can stand there.
I'm not close.
How come she got a GoPro and you got your a police issued body cam? What's going on with you guys?
Why do we have
what kind of shit is this? Dude, listen, I'm here working. You're working too, right? So go. It says U.S. Border Patrol. This is not the border. Go to the Canada border or the Mexico border.
But if you were from this country,
dude.
if you were from this country, you know I'm an immigration officer.
What do you mean if I'm from this country?
I can hear you don't have the same accent as me. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, so you're going by accents now?
I want to know where you were born. Where were you born?
Is that accents? Have you heard the Israeli accent? Have you heard the European accent?
You just
it's
proved
garbage.
my point. You're a brilliant
It's
man.
retarded,
You just
dude.
proved my point.
You going by accents?
You just proved other countries that
you guys want to argue. I got time.
Countries.
I got time today.
You're not arguing. You're proving my point.
Today, man.
Thank you, sir.
You guys do whatever you want to do.
Where's your ID, sir?
I'm not going to show you. I don't have to show you anything.
What y'all think about this, chat? Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. What y'all think about this? We got 1,200 people in the building. What y'all think about this Uber driver? Do you think he handled it correctly? Or you think he could have did a little bit better? Let me know what y'all think about this, chat. Let me know what y'all think about this situation. I think he said he's from Somalia, if I'm not mistaken. But let me know what y'all think about this, chat. He's annoying. Trigger finger. He's definitely illegal. Same shit, same old day. Dude stood his ground. Yes, sir. He's a clown. I appreciate the gift. All right, let's see. We got a gift. Who is this? Let's see. Chad. Happy New Year. Thank you for the gift, Chad. You are so amazing. Thank you for sending the gift. Thank you for sending the gift. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. By the chat, we appreciate it. He stood. Black power. He's cute. Wow, y'all something else, chat. Like he said, some of them, yes, he did. He doesn't have to fold under their ignorance. Okay, let's watch a little bit more of it. Chat, thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for joining. Thanks for the gift. No, Chad, yeah. At Chad Brewer 2564 sent a Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Chad. Thank you. You're such an amazing person for sending the gift.
Police officer comes here, I'll comply with it. But U.S. Border Patrol, I don't even know if you're a real police officer. Where's your ID?
But you just said it.
Where's your ID?
You just said it.
And I'm not going to go by C20. That's a periodic chemical. That's a periodic element. C20? What are you, carbon 20?
I'm wearing my ID.
Mills C20. Why are you walking away, Mills? Come back. Hey, Mills, come back. Come back. Mills,
hey,
come back. Come back. No, hell no. Come back. You come here.
Hey, shut
you
up.
came to my car. I'm chilling on my social media.
Hey, chat. He is not dumb. They told him to come here. He said, hell no.
Lady comes knocking. Sir, can I see your ID? Why the hell would I show random people my ID? You want to steal my identity? Where's your ID? Let me check if you're a U.S. citizen. How about that? Man, you guys better move on, man. Look at this motherfucker. A4. What kind of name is that? Alcohol 4? What's your initial? Right here. It ain't over there. Maalin kastaba sa carruurtaada beri la qabanaa. Allah ayaa tahay. Come on, my nigga. Ilaahay ka cabso. Just fear God. Don't fear this uniform.
Take pictures.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That must be the hot spot for illegals, Chad. Gotta be.
Okay. Alright, got you. 10-4? Good?
Around a whole bunch of
All right,
Uber
let's
drivers.
go. It got zone 4, zone 4, okay? See you guys.
A whole lot of Uber drivers,
Who know
Chad.
141? What's that?
B?
No, relax, bro. I know how to spell.
Okay.
I actually have an engineering degree. You know that? And I'm
No, I
fucking
don't
doing-
know, but you
yeah,
said
I'm telling you. Listen,
but you said
let's
Bono,
not
but it's not an
talk
O,
to
it's
each
a
other in a
zero.
retarded way. You want to have a conversation like a normal person?
Yeah, sure.
I could talk to you
Yes,
like a
sir.
normal. I'm a fucking engineer, graduated from Washington State University.
That's great.
$70,000 student loans.
That sucks.
And I'm doing Uber. You know what that means? I'd rather make an honest day's living. I don't go harassing people at work, dude. What the hell is that?
If you have an engineer,
Bro,
you go be an engineer. I don't understand.
all of you guys need psychiatric checkups. This is not normal. Why you go to people's workplaces to harass them?
I like this
Yeah,
guy, Chad.
go with C61.
I like him,
Man,
Chad.
R56, man. Fuck off.
Have a good day.
He all right.
Get a better
Yeah, they
name.
gotta leave.
R56.
They gonna leave him alone,
$1,000
Chad.
student loans.
That sucks.
And I'm doing Uber. You know what that means? I'd rather make an honest day's living. I don't go harassing people at work, dude. What the hell is that?
If you have an engineer,
Bro,
you go be an engineer. I don't understand.
all of you guys need psychiatric checkups. This is not normal. Why do you go to people's workplaces to harass them?
All right, have a good day,
Yeah,
sir.
go with C61.
You're a cougar?
Man, R56, man, fuck off.
Have a good day, sir.
Get out of here, man. Get a better name. R56, what the fuck is that?
What's the name?
Man, that's a shitty ass initial, man. Get out of here.
All right, sir. We're sorry the
I'm gonna go back to Twitter to watch the lady that you guys just shot up. What the fuck is that? You guys just shot some lady, man. Dumbass.
Hey, do it, sir. Go to the door. Oh, thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
They going up to all the Uber driver cars, Chad, and asking them, are they U.S. citizens? That's what they doing, Chad. They're at the airport. You know, a lot of Uber drivers be at the airport. These ICE agents are going up to every car and asking them, are they police, are they U.S. citizens?
How you doing, sir? United States Border Patrol. Are you a United States citizen?
Bro.
Citizen? Yeah. Okay, thank you, sir. We appreciate it. How you doing, sir? U.S. Border Patrol. Are you a U.S. citizen? Do you have any status or family residence card? What do you have? Passport? U.S. citizen? Okay, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Crazy video. Everybody complying with them, you know.
A little bit. You? Giving us a ride? Love? Yeah.
That's all that lady had to do.
Also acknowledge that you have an Are you?
Are we running?
Only in the uppers. Only in the uppers. All of them. Everywhere. Was that water?
Well, that's it, Chad. That was a pretty decent video. But Chad, majority of those people where everybody was actually showing their ID. You know, that's how you handle the ICE agents. Just like that. If they ask you to show the ID, you show your ID. You know, we got how many people we got in this chat? 433 people in the chat with 181 likes. Woo! W to the chat. W to the chat. Man, I love y'all, chat. I had a great time. Please subscribe to the channel. Before we get up out of here, please subscribe to the channel. We got 182 likes. Well, 183 likes right now. Appreciate y'all for joining. Appreciate y'all for joining me. I had a good time, good time, good time. We did this video right here was a good tutorial on how to handle ICE. If they come up to you, just if they ask for your ID, are you a U.S. citizen? Yes. Let me see your ID. Give him your ID like he did. All he did was look like he took a picture to verify it. Took a picture to verify it, and that was it. That was it. Easy process. Are you a U.S. citizen? Yes. Let me see your ID. Here you go, sir. He took a picture of the ID or whatever, scanned it or whatever, gave him his ID back, went to the next car. Obviously, all those cars were Uber drivers. You know, all those cars were Uber drivers, and just like a traffic stop, they pull you over, they ask for your ID, you give them your ID and your registration, and then they run the check or whatever, and then you go on about your business. That's how you handle not only an ICE agent, but also a police officer. That's how you handle them. Just like that, Chad. That's how you handle them. Okay. So I think that's it, Chad. We had a good stream. The last couple of days been some good streams. You know, if y'all like the content, if you like what's going on over here, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Hit the notification bell, and you will be notified every time we go live. This is what we do every day, chat. Every single day. We love doing this. We do this in real life. You know, everybody's welcome. Everybody's opinion matters. Everybody's not going to agree with everybody. But guess what? That's the best thing about being an American. Everybody got their own opinion. That's how it works. So with that being said, I love and I appreciate y'all chat. We got 326 people still in the building. Thank you for subscribing, Jack. Appreciate you for subscribing. Thank you. So with that being said, I love and I appreciate y'all chat. To the next one. Y'all have a great night. I love y'all chat. I'm out.